hunka. Hunka hunka. Hunka hunka. Hunka hunka.
So that's it? What, we some kind of suicide squad?
Oh, hello there. What's your name?
I'm still...
What suits you?
I'm feeling Harley Quinn.
All right. And I'm going to be the Captain Boomerang.
Oh, does that mean I have to be like, Mr. J?
Yeah.
But if I was Joker, I could just be like, hunka hunka the whole episode. Just like, oh, yeah, you sweet talking me. Anyway.
Down to business.
Yeah, so we're gonna... This is just a quick before we've seen Suicide Squad 2. Or The Suicide Squad.
The reboot, non-reboot.
Yeah. Well, is it? It's like a soft reboot, isn't it?
It's going to keep me soft, yeah.
Okay, so I just wanted to, before we saw it, have a quick who's going to live or die.
Yeah.
The only reason I thought of this is because I'm pretty sure James Gunn was like, I can kill who I want. So I was like, okay.
He can kill Batman.
If he's in the film. Wait, you said he was in the film, didn't you? Or did you mean the...
No, I meant the other one.
Oh, okay. So, Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
Live or die?
I'm going to say die. I think she's done. And I think that's a big slap.
Okay. See, I said die, but I have a feeling it'll be a fake out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like
back.
it's gonna be like she's dead. The film's gonna make a point of it, and maybe she's there again at the end.
Yeah.
But I mean, like, she's gone.
I just don't see any films that she would come back in, unless they're like, they're going to do more Suicide Squads, which they probably will now, considering the reviews this is
Birds
getting.
of Prey, would that be a sequel?
Yeah, but I was just thinking this
Without
is
her.
done really well. This is a film, or it seems like it's doing really well.
Yeah, at the moment it's getting a good thing. Then there's Bloodsport, who is Idris Elba's character, the new one.
I don't know. I'm going to say Live, because I feel like they might be trying to...
Yeah. I also said Live, but just going to say this. I would have rathered Will Smith to come back.
To Live and Let Die.
Yeah. I would have rathered Will Smith again. Was he Bloodshot? Yeah.
No,
Deadshot?
he was Deadshot.
Deadshot.
Yeah.
Bloodsport,
One of the
Deadshot,
shots.
all the other... Yeah, I would... Because I just watched the first one, I would have thought it would have been good just to have a... Because we got Captain Boomerang.
And Rick Flag.
Yeah, Rick Flag's back. Peacemaker, who is John Cena.
He's getting a series, isn't he? So...
But
or
that
is
could be a prequel.
Oh,
With all these
don't know.
things.
I'm saying they're keeping Dominic Toretto's brother in there.
Yeah, I think... what was his name?
Just with his tight little shirt and his massive muscles.
Yeah, and the way he looks, nothing like Vin Diesel. He's completely white.
He is a shortest Vin Diesel, though.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, they look short.
But they don't look like they came from the same parents.
Everyone's family for Dom Toretto.
I got friend.
Family.
Yeah, so next is Rick Flag.
Dead.
Yeah, I said dead as well.
I think he dies early.
Yeah, there's a character I think will die.
I'm going to think... I'm just saying, I think everyone they've brought back forward is going to die like in the first half.
Yeah, because they're probably relying on their newer characters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think... I thought dead as well. Captain Boomerang.
Dead.
Do you think?
Yeah.
I think he's going to live.
I just don't like Jai Courtney.
He was alright as Captain Boomerang.
As
That's it? That's
the
where
guy
it
in starts?
Terminator. Oh no. That's another time. I'm
Or
not getting into
Spartacus.
that. I'm not getting into him being Kyle Reese. Who else? The Thinker.
Is that Peter Capaldi?
It is
Big head.
Dead.
No, I just said big head.
Oh, big,
but big
head.
dead.
Yeah, big dead. I said dead as well. I feel like he's going to be introduced and then 10 minutes later dead. Like he's going to be the thing that they're trying to get, and then it's over for him. You know what I mean? Who else?
Merle?
Huh?
Merle?
Yeah, I'm going to get to it. Blackguard.
Who's that?
He is Pete Davidson.
Is
that, there's like a load of characters now I don't know, so I don't really care much.
Dead.
Yeah, I said dead on arrival because he's not really in the trailers, is he? He's he's the blonde guy.
Yeah.
He's dead.
Yeah.
He's like the Normandy beach scene of the movie. He's dead there.
Yeah.
Polka Dot Man.
I'm gonna say live.
He's living.
Yeah.
I said he's living because it's such a stupid character.
He's gonna do something that. Yeah. He's gonna be the Roman of the Fast and Furious. He just survives everything. Don't want to survive.
Savant, who is Meryl from The Walking Dead, Michael Rooker.
Maybe your father, but I'm your daddy. He's dead.
Did you? I said live as Yondu died. James Gunn was like, I got your back. I'll give you a film.
But is Yondu dead?
Not in the multiverse.
Did we see him die?
Yeah, he fucking turned into ice. He flew. They shot him out of a ship at the end of Guardians, didn't they?
Multiverse.
With all the fireworks going up. Mongal. She's the orange face. I haven't even seen her. Yeah, dead. TKD, who is...
the arm guy.
TDK. Not KD.
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah. Nathan Drake.
Dead.
Okay. Yeah. I think dead too. Alright. The best character of this movie, King Shark, Sylvester Stallone.
Lives.
Yeah, he's going to live. He has to live. Weasel. James Gunn's brother, Sean Gunn. Live? Yeah. I think...
He died in Kanja Club. No. Guardians of the Galaxy. Did he die in Guardians?
No, he's alive. He plays all the weird shit.
I'm going to say
Rocket Raccoon. Well, Bradley Cooper's the voice, but he's the... Yeah. I'm going to say live because it's his brother and he needs to keep him employed.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like Yondu needs to live.
There's no more Walking Dead.
Javelin. Don't even know who that is.
Throws a javelin. I think he's dead.
Yeah, dead. Amanda Walker.
Dead.
The woman that organised it. I hope dead. But she was so fucking annoying in the first one.
Yeah.
I was just like, just kill her. And now she's back. I'm like, why?
But I feel like that might be a powerful moment of the movie where they might start to like her and then she gets taken by something. She becomes the Suicide Squad.
She should die. I mean, let's be real. We're not going to see any of these again, are we? That's it. That's all the people. But I don't feel we're going to see any of them again.
Okay.
Or we might not see them again. Because they didn't really know if it was going to be a success or not, did they?
But I feel like DC's going to do the DC thing where they find something that's successful and they're like, oh, got to do that now forever.
Yeah.
And then they're going to shit on it.
And then they just use James Gunn. Or they feel now that it wasn't James Gunn that made it work. Even though the David Ayer
they're going to create the WB cut of the James Gunn film.
Yeah. 4 hours long. But I honestly thought, but I feel like if all of them die, that would be the best case for this film.
Oh, yeah.
That would really catch me by surprise. I know that I've said it and I'm thinking it, but I don't feel they will go there. But I hope they do.
I think they will kill. I think 80% of the people in the team will die. There'll be like
so
3
too.
people left too.
Yeah. But I feel like the it would just be Captain Boomerang and Polka Dot Man. Just standing at the end. Everyone else is dead.
Then I'm going to give this movie a 1 out of 10.
Why? Yeah, so just before, because we've done this before we see the film, and we're going to stop and then see the film, come back, review it, and the first one.
Yeah.
Because I've just watched that, and it's a fresh take. 5 years I haven't seen it, so. But what do you think the film's going to be like? What would you, just pre-movie?
I think it's going to be the best film I've ever made.
What, DC?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Behind Zack Snyder's Justice League. Joking.
I still think nothing's going to capture the tone of Man of Steel for me. I love Man of Steel.
But I think this is very different. And that's why I think they're going to be successful, because they've committed. And they're not showing like the original Suicide Squad had trailers where it's like all serious, and then it came out with what you don't know me.
But the thing, I watched the trailer after I watched the film, multiple. The tones changed over the year, and you could tell that the director wanted a different movie.
Yeah. Definitely.
We'll get into that because we got to go, but
we'll see you in a second, because we'll be right back.
We ain't going anywhere. We lied.
We lied.
Right, we're back.
Hello. I've changed my name to, what was his name? Oh yes, Peacemaker.
For this one, I'll be in spoilers, by the way.
Spoilers.
For
Peacemaker.
I'm going to be in the memory of Colonel Rick Flag.
Ooh.
R.I.P.
Memory.
Yeah. So, do you want to start with who
Who
died
died
and lived? Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll go through again. So Harley Quinn.
Did not die.
She lived.
Yeah.
She didn't.
I had her down as die.
Yeah. I said die, but a fake out. So technically right. So,
Yes.
yeah. Bloodsport. Lived. Had it as a live.
Yeah.
Yeah. Peacemaker. Live. Yeah, we all have that. Rick Flag. Die.
I had him as dead.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Captain Boomerang. Live.
Had him as dead.
Straight away as well. He was on the beach.
My old
Normandy Beach.
alias.
Yeah.
The Boomerang.
Sophie was so upset with that.
With the boomerang? Oh, Jai Courtney.
Yeah. She was like, not Jai Courtney. I mean, Harley Quinn.
Yeah.
Who was we on? Boomerang. Yeah. The Thinker. I had die.
He did die. Although he was a villain. I didn't expect him to be a villain. I thought he was going to be part of the team.
Yeah. I thought I had us die, but I think,
dead,
like you heard me, like he was going to be something important, then die. So technically,
we
got that, but he was in it more than I thought. I thought he was going to info dump, dead.
We saw the Doctor get ripped apart.
Yeah, he was done in.
Blackguard.
Yeah, Blackguard.
He got fucking done.
I mean, you can go back. I mean, it's more for our memory, but I said dead on arrival.
Yeah.
He's dead.
He is dead on arrival.
First one, wasn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, other than the bird.
Yeah.
That Yondu killed. But he was literally head explode. A really graphic
Gruesome,
film, by the way. Yeah. Completely different to the first. Well, kind of felt like what the first one was going for. But Polka Dot Man. I had lived because he was so stupid. He did die.
Sadly. Who would have thought I would have cared about Polka Dot Man?
Yeah, I agree. I was like, this character is so fucking dumb that just died. But at the end, when he was like, I'm a superhero, and it's just, you knew it was coming, but still. Who else was there? Savant, which was Michael Rooker, dead.
Dead.
I had us live
I had
because
live.
Yondu died, so I was like, oh, it would be nice to him this time, but no. Mongal, die. Yep. What did you have as that?
Dead,
Yeah.
of course. TKO.
TDK.
The little kid.
TD.
The kid.
No, that's wait.
It was
The one with the arms.
the kid. It stood for the kid.
Yeah, the detachable
dismembered.
Kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh
I
no,
don't
it's TDK.
know. Yeah,
The
TDK.
dismemberment kid. Or
Yeah,
something.
the dismemberment kid or something.
Yeah, Adam
Detached
is
kid.
dead.
I don't know. But yeah, his death was funny though. He went up to him and slapped him, and then there was shooting his arm.
Just flailing on the floor.
He was just in pain. Yeah, that was funny. We didn't say this one because I obviously, as I was reading earlier, I just went over it. But Ratcatcher 2.
Yeah.
Now, I had us live there, so they did live.
Didn't have that one.
Yeah, obviously. Sorry about that. But yeah, they lived. Another stupid name, but a quite cool character.
Surprising.
Yeah. King Shark. I had please live. So, and he did.
He did.
But I felt he was dying multiple times.
Yeah. I thought he died at the end when he got whacked into the building.
Yeah. I thought he died when all the fishes jumped on him.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, there's blood
All his
everywhere.
friends.
Yeah. His friends. Javelin, die.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's dead. Amanda Walker, die, but she didn't.
I'm going to say she did die when she got whacked over the head.
Yeah. By the golf club. Yeah.
And Weasel.
Did I miss Weasel?
I think so.
I did. Fucking hell, yeah. I said live.
I said dead.
But he lived, didn't he? Yeah, because he did die on the beach.
And they just left him there for the
They
whole
left
film.
him, but he lived. He come up. It was a post-credit scene or mid-credit, and he was just like, he was fucking. He was
Everyone's gonna love
disgusting. He was disgusting. Right. So
yeah, I mean, I got 3 wrong, I think, out of the ones I did. So
yeah, I think that was actually pretty on point.
that was definitely some kind of Suicide Squad.
Yeah. What happened when the film started and you realised who was at the beach? It did feel from that point. I was like, "Oh, these are dead."
Yeah.
Even Harley at that point, I was like, "Oh, she could be dead." Other than what the trailers have shown you.
Yeah.
But definitely felt like they could have just recorded special scenes or something. They could have faked it, couldn't they?
Oh, yeah. I mean, he did it in a clever way, I think.
Yeah.
Starting with that scene and then going back. Because I think if he had started in chronological order, it would have been not as good.
Yeah.
Somehow. I don't really know why, but it felt like that was the right way to do it.
Yeah, I feel like it was a decent movie. It was pretty good. Did you prefer it to the first one, 2016?
Yes.
Yeah.
Very much so.
Okay.
Because you just watched the recent one, the old one.
This was the first time I watched it again for this podcast, so I could be fresh. So never seen the extended cut, and I would like to say, didn't notice anything extended. Apparently, there was more Joker and Harley.
Yeah.
Where?
I think there's a bit before the Lamborghini thing when they're chasing him. You know, when Batman's on the roof of the bit of a cameo.
There was a bit with a bike, but then again, I felt like I saw that.
With Harley on the bike.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And she jumps off it.
Yeah.
But honestly, watching, I do think the new one is a better movie. And looking at it, it's what they wanted, the studio anyway, it's what they wanted the first one to be.
Yeah.
The first one, as I was writing down, watching it, it really lost its identity with the director wanting something else to the studio. And obviously the studio was like, Guardians of the Galaxy sold, get on that. Because they
didn't
have
Guardians of the Galaxy director at the time.
Yeah, but now they do.
Yeah.
And it doesn't feel Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't think. Like, I didn't think of Guardians of the Galaxy, but he did feel like the right guy for the film to direct it.
To have like a squad of, because even Guardians of the Galaxy, they're not good people really.
No.
Like Peter's a thief.
Yeah.
And then Rocket Raccoon's a thief. Drax is going around killing people.
Yeah.
So they're not good people.
No,
So
they
I think
turn
that's
into
maybe-
good people.
And he did Scooby Doo. They're not good people either.
Did he?
He wrote Scooby Doo.
Oh, he did, didn't he? Yeah. Didn't he want that R rated?
Yeah.
It almost was, really.
But none of them are
wasn't it?
good people either.
No.
Freddy's a douche.
Elmer's cool. Shaggy is a pothead.
Shaggy
Illegal here. I was gonna say as well. So the beginning of the first Suicide Squad, the Leto cut.
Yeah.
I swear, I remember the Warner Bros sign twisting, going
Right.
but it wasn't there. Was that a trailer? Because I
Yeah,
thought
that
the
was.
film opened up and it was like
Yeah. I feel like that was the trailer that came out when there was supposed to be more Joker stuff in it.
Right. Okay.
But then there's like, how many scenes are there? Like 3 with him? Because he flies in on the helicopter with like a bow
Blink
tie.
and you miss it.
And then at the end, he's there. Blink and you miss it.
Yeah.
And then he's the Hong Konger. And then he pushes Harley. That wasn't in order, but then he pushes Harley into the that.
He was mainly in the film in a flashback.
Yeah.
To serve as plot for Harley Quinn.
Hmm.
Now, tell me this. Do you like his Joker?
Yes.
You do, honestly.
I think I liked, maybe in my head, I liked the thought of what it could be in the future if they had committed to it. Maybe looking back now on what they just did with it, I'm like, well, that wasn't that great.
No.
But the potential of what I thought they were going to do and what they didn't do, it kind of was appealing to me. And I was like, this is pretty cool.
I agree. Because yeah, go on.
Like I was going to say, like the tattoos and the teeth, like they were a bit weird. But if there was a story behind them and that was explained in some other movie, I feel like that would have been cool.
Yeah, I agree. But because again, fan theories were coming across a lot better. Like when you saw the Batman vs Superman trailer and you saw Jokes on You with Robin's outfit, and you knew Jared Leto's Joker done it. To me, Jared Leto's Joker fits the universe. Yeah. You wouldn't have Heath Ledger's there.
No.
Or Walking Phoenix. You wouldn't have it. It wouldn't suit it. I think the Joker's good. Some of it, to me, watching it, literally fresh take. Because going into it in 2016, I like Jared Leto. I still do as an actor. I think he's a good actor. I mean, as a person, who cares? I'm not there to judge him as a person. But as the actor in his films, I like him in films. And I think he's good at acting. But the Joker, I don't think, not the strongest Joker, obviously, but when they were in talks of making the Batman film and they seemed like they were building this world, and because they weren't selling, they kind of dropped it. Yeah. But I would have liked to have seen this Joker, this Harley with Batman, even Deadshot. Yeah. I would have liked to have seen him with Batman. This universe that they were making with Batman seemed interesting to me. It seemed more comic booky. Yeah. And
it wasn't just one villain per movie, like The Dark Knight.
Even like the Killer Croc being in it and stuff. I was like, this is the Batman universe I'd like to see now. And
I think that's what we were going to get with like The Dark Knight Rises, because there was, before Heath Ledger died, I think they were going to have the Joker in that. Yeah. And that would have been cool, just to be like, oh yeah, he still exists. But those movies very much felt like, oh, you killed one villain. Now
the next takes
onto the next one. There's no other villain there. Yeah. They had like Scarecrow and like, well, Scarecrow is the only real recurring one all through it. But you're right, like this new universe, there was like hints of, and you had like the Riddler.
Yeah, and I like it.
And places and stuff.
I did like it, and I wish Ben Affleck didn't go through the personal wishes, because I would have liked to have seen where it's gone. Even though, to me, like, I'm not too much of a fan of the Ben Affleck Batman. It's fine. But, like, people hate Jared Leto. I'm just not a fan of the Ben Affleck one. But I would have still liked to have seen those movies.
Seen the world.
Yeah.
And what happened.
Because I do think that Joker was fine for it. Yeah. He's a bit weird, but, like, I felt most of the criticism.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anyone go, "Well, it's just shit acting." I've heard, "He looks funny.
Yeah.
I don't like his look." And
But again, I think a lot of people said that, and then there are a lot of people on the other side justifying his look through like the fan throughs that I was talking about. Like, where he's like
that's
Jason
what sounded
Todd.
cool though, didn't
Yeah.
it? With his teeth getting knocked out by Batman, is he
Like,
Jason Todd?
Yeah, like he's got damaged across his head because
Yeah.
the real Joker like put that on his head.
So the fan theories were cooler again, but they're not.
Yeah, could have just done that and made $1 billion.
Yeah, Batman sells, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. People can say they don't like it. They're still going to watch it. At least try it.
Yeah.
Move on. Because, it's just, they're kind of just dropping it if it doesn't work instead of...
Keep trying.
Yeah, because that's why I think the DC universe is so mixed up. Because...
They don't have a plan.
Yeah, they don't.
And they keep changing it around, changing the tones.
So with this film, I noticed straight away the tone was consistent.
Yeah.
Watching it from the start, I just knew I was in for a good time. And if it didn't carry on, I would have been worried. But straight from the beginning, I was like, this is going to be fun.
I think generally it was just like an entertaining movie.
Yeah.
Like something you could just watch. Like we were watching The Mummy yesterday.
Yeah.
And you said that was just an entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
Like it's not necessarily this thing that makes you think a lot, but it's just, and like there were so many times in the Suicide Squad film where I was just smiling or laughing.
Yeah. There's so much like, because I feel like with our friends as well, it's like I kind of want the serious take on everything, and it's not necessarily true. It's more if it's done right.
Yeah.
And I feel like sometimes, especially in Marvel, it's always comedy.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's no real time to have a moment because it's any tension is filled out with comedy. But something like the Suicide Squad or Guardians of the Galaxy, it's good to have the jokes.
But even that, I feel like the slow moments they did have were actually pretty impactful. Like even just seeing
in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, even just seeing Killer Shark go up to those fish and then he's like, "Oh, these are my friends."
Yeah.
Like, it's just a CG shark that looks sad, but I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
I feel bad for this guy because you see him through the whole movie. He's like, "I can't go out and like be with these people normally."
Yeah. I agree because even Ratcatcher's thing with Dad, I was like, "Oh shit."
Yeah.
Why did that hit me?
Yeah, and they tried to do that in the first Suicide Squad. Well, I think they kind of did with Will Smith and he had a daughter, didn't he, that he was trying to protect or something.
Yeah, I thought that was different straight away. Yeah. I thought they were just like replace his character. Even he was in prison and they were like, "Oh, your daughter's here." And I know he did care, but it was different to hear him go like, "Oh, fuck off. Yeah. Fuck off then. I don't fucking care." Yeah, and because like Will Smith's one, he was so, no, I need to see my daughter all the time. This was about his daughter. Like, he's not a bad person. But Idris Elba was just straight up like, "No, I'm a shit human.
Yeah.
I don't want her near me. Fuck her off."
Which is kind of like a more realistic reaction in some way to being that kind of person.
Yeah, I definitely, even, I don't know what the issue is with Will Smith and this film. I doubt he wanted to actually return, if I'm honest. But I would have liked to have seen him again because out of most things in the first one, he's probably part of the strongest of the film.
Oh yeah,
or strongest part of the film with Harley
and Captain Boomerang.
R.I.P. But
he died.
Yeah,
in an explosion, didn't he? What was it like? Shrapnel straight through his head.
That was bad. It was like it was just pieces of bark
straight through
it. Just and then helicopter ended him.
Yeah.
It was bad. It was a very graphic film. Comic book, but graphic. It was like King Shark ripping someone in two.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And just not being afraid to show you what actually, because I feel like in the first one again, when it's Slipknot whose head gets blown up at the beginning.
Oh, the guy from Windtalker, the Native American dude.
He tries to rap her well. Yeah. And Amanda Waller's like, "No, you don't."
Yeah.
And smashes the button. and it's kind of just like a.
Yeah.
But whereas in this one, when you see
Yondi.
how's your daddy die, it's just filth.
Yeah. It's just
and it's like that's how it would be if your head blew off.
A point I made quite a lot about the first film was the god-awful soundtrack. Now, brilliant songs, all of them, pretty much.
Not used well.
But, yeah. You can see they just went, oh, Guardians of the Galaxy, they got popular songs. Just put this in it. It starts with House of the Rising Sun. You know, and I was like, what? And then straight from that, it goes to Rolling Stones, Sympathy for the Devil.
Yeah.
Why? And then later on, it's like got Eminem, Slim Shady, or something.
Yeah.
And then Seven Nation Army, Queen.
Just through multiple different genres.
Yeah, they've got like, it's just, none of it fits. Like you're watching these background stories and you just know there was a score.
Yeah.
And they just went, get rid of the score, put in this song. Mm-hmm. Because when you look at the songs as well, you can tell like literally halfway mark.
Yeah.
Those songs don't exist anymore until the end when Queen starts playing. And I was like, where did the songs go? So the whole tone of the first film was all over the place.
Yeah.
I'm just going to say though, I didn't actually mind it.
The movie.
Yeah. The first one, I don't understand the hate. I think people were still holding on to the Jared Leto Joker.
Yeah.
Either not being in it enough or not being what they wanted.
Yeah.
Because the rest of it, generic, boring. It even had the Sky Boss. Mm-hmm. But I watched it and out of DC, come before it, best one. Except Man of Steel. But Man of Steel, different. I don't know. Nothing.
But my thing is, I'm like, like Suicide Squad. I didn't watch it again recently, but
yeah,
I don't know. To me, it's like I just can't remember anything that happened. Like I can remember like the one-off lines or something, but even with like Batman v Superman, and I think I've watched Suicide Squad more than Batman v Superman.
Yeah,
but I can remember scenes in Batman. Like I can remember whole scenes.
Yeah,
even though most of the film is pretty boring.
Yeah,
but with Suicide Squad, I just can't remember anything.
See, I remembered it all. That's what I mean. Where I didn't notice any extended or same with Batman v Superman though. I didn't watch any of these again, by the way, except from Man of Steel, because I generally like that film. Yeah, it's a good film. It's a bit over the top someplace, and it keeps going. It's like my head's melting now. Can you slow down?
They all do that.
Yeah,
all of them.
But I just honestly, there's a lot of the first one that just felt out of place. You could really feel the struggle between director and studio on that one.
For sure.
And I have a little fun fact which you won't remember. But the actor of the day in this film, David Harbour, the Red Guardian, the Hopper from Stranger Things, was in it with Amanda.
Oh, at the beginning.
Yeah,
yes.
He's in the thing. He's with her.
Him now, yeah.
I saw him. I was like,
there he is.
Before
he fought Captain America.
Yeah,
that is a good juicy fact.
Hunker Hunker is the quote of the movie. That is what comes back to my head.
Yeah.
And I got this. So this is just my opinion. I know people that still didn't like the Joker wouldn't agree, but I think personally, Birds of Prey would have been better with the Joker in it, still trying to get Harley, being a creep.
Yeah.
But with a Black Mask, that should have been the rivalry. I mean, keep Ewan McGregor, but I don't think Ewan McGregor done a better performance. I mean, I love Ewan McGregor, but it was just, I can't think of it this way. I remember Jared Leto's Joker. All I remember from Ewan McGregor's Black Mask is he hated women.
Yeah.
He was just an arsehole. There was not. There was his. This is his. He was
Yeah.
just. I hate women. That was his. That was his story. Tell me
Yeah.
what else he was.
I don't know.
Is that? At least I knew.
To be honest,
Jared
I
Leto
forget
was
about that film. Like when we were doing when we were rewatching like Justice League and
Yeah.
stuff. The other like, I thought of Suicide Squad to watch after, but I did not even think of Harley Quinn, and that was only like 2 years ago. That came.
Yeah.
I
exactly.
completely forgot that
I
it came
forgot
out.
that film. Even it's not a very memorable one, is it?
Yeah, and that's why I thought Harley would die in this
Yeah.
because I was like,
Action
they
was
tried it
fine.
and it didn't work.
Yeah, because it was the John Wick choreographer.
Oh yeah,
wasn't it,
oh
for
yeah, like the
Birds of
roller
Prey?
skating bit, and
Yeah.
then like.
But
the
like,
whole
I
end.
just didn't. Film didn't do anything for me. But I'm just saying the rivalry of having Joker. I know it was actually Margot Robbie because Jared Leto was being creepy, wasn't he? Sending dead rats
Yeah.
and shit. Like, I get your method, but just dial it back. Like
Yeah.
calling him Joker on set. It's just. Come
'Cause
on.
they even show a silhouette of the Joker at the beginning,
Yeah.
and it's not.
Obviously
Doesn't
not.
look like Jared Leto.
No.
No, but it's like he's like got puffy hair and
Yeah.
stuff.
I just think, to me, like, honestly though, the film, better or worse, more memorable, right?
What?
With the Joker in it,
Oh,
Birds of
yeah.
Prey, as the
Yeah.
villain. And
Yeah, I think so.
for a fact, I would have liked, instead of the whole fucking Egyptian, whatever she was, I don't know what she was just a spirit, the huntress person with her brother, Jared Leto being the villain in that film.
Yes, that's what I mean. He should. That should have been it. There
I'm
shouldn't
not-
have been. I'm gonna say there shouldn't have been this supernatural shit.
Yeah.
When I actually quite liked it in the next one,
Yeah.
but it should have just been them going after the Joker because that makes sense. It's like
Yeah.
Joker's the biggest bad,
Yeah.
so you're gonna have to send
Yeah, 'cause
people after him.
this one, like with Polka Dot, I know it's not too much, like more extreme, but the Suicide Squad in the new one felt more out there batshit that can deal with that.
Yeah,
The first Suicide Squad was tied to Joker, Batman, not Superman.
yeah,
So the whole argument at the beginning, oh, what if Superman takes apart the
Yeah.
White House? I'm like, you'd be fucked still.
yeah.
If you've got Harley
These
Quinn
people
there,
aren't stopping
you're
them.
fucked.
Killer Croc.
Yeah, it's like, what are you planning to do? Oh,
The one that doesn't
Yeah,
he
go on.
swim? He doesn't even do anything in the film, does he?
he
Killer Croc.
swims once,
Yeah,
goes underwater once.
but he doesn't. He does a bad job down there, doesn't? Doesn't it blow up or something?
No, he's meant to do that.
I
He's
thought he fucks it up
alright.
somehow.
The makeup's good,
Yeah,
so good job on whoever done that. Yeah, I know I was kind of feeling like a Jared Leto supporter here, but I just feel like done him dirty. I mean, his whole 4-5 minute scene at the end with Batman, like we said last episode, was the most memorable thing of Justice League.
yeah.
Him standing there, but he even acted better, didn't he?
Oh yeah.
It come across, and I was like, "You're fucking creepy.
Yeah.
You're gone." And he, even the way he looked, like just looking at Batman dead eyed, I was like, "Where's that Joker?
Yeah.
We need that."
That
I-
last scene was so good. That should have been the whole.
Yeah.
Especially when Batman looks at me, he's like, "What do you say? I would have fucking killed you or something."
Yeah.
Like if you go after her, I'll fucking kill you.
Yeah, yeah. It just
Yeah.
it's edgy, but the right amount. It was
Yeah.
a good bit of edge for them too. I quite liked the intros of the characters. In the first one, except from the music, quite liked the cast was alright. The characters of the film, but the one thing that with DC that has pissed me off the most, and by the way, to anyone listening, I'm not a fan of DC. I watch them. That's it. I don't look into it. So if I get anything wrong, sorry. But I do like Superman. But to the level of I like Superman, don't ask me about him. It's just, I enjoy the films. I like the character coming from Krypton and all that.
Yeah, and his
But-
dad being Russell Crowe.
Yeah, that's the coolest part. Just pointing people in the right direction.
Are you not entertained?
But yeah, one thing that pisses me off with all of DC, why is Superman always the villain? I want to see him be a hero. You see it in the Justice League and Man of Steel, but they're still treating him like a piece of shit. And I'm like, he's just trying to help.
But again, I feel like if they had a plan and they had done these films a bit more back to back, and like, I feel like that angle could have worked of him being like, people are fucking scared of this alien.
Yeah.
So it takes them a couple of movies, and I could see Batman then going after him. But I think it was just that they had no plan, and then they were like, and then they're obviously not going to do anything. They're probably going to reset everything. But it's like, I think if they had a solid plan and they were like, okay, for 2 movies, Superman's going to be this person who people fear.
Yeah.
But he keeps helping them, and then he dies for them in Justice League, and then that's the point. That should have been the point where they're like, shit, like, it's not his fault. Everything's fucking up around us. It's our fault.
Yeah.
And he's here to help.
Yeah, because I don't get Suicide Squad. Like, the idea, not the films, but let's get a bunch of villains to kill the good guy. Weird.
Yeah, the way they set it up in that film isn't
Shit.
how it's really supposed to be.
No, because it's...
I swear in the comics they go after people that are like, they go after people that Superman and Batman can't really be bothered to go, or shouldn't really have to go after.
Yeah, because to straight away, Superman's the objective. I'm like, you're trusting a bunch of villains. I know you put a bomb in their neck, but you're trusting a bunch of villains over the guy that stopped the aliens from taking over the planet.
Yeah.
And literally went up to your army and went, I'm good. And hasn't done anything bad since, mind you.
Yeah.
They want to get that guy. Now, I do get he could go evil. We've seen it with Lois changing, or was it Darkseid?
Yeah.
Is that his name? Yeah. Him killing Lois and whatever. We saw it in Justice League, so it can be done. But I'm saying getting a bunch of villains together isn't the way, because Batman's already dealing with it.
Yeah.
If that shit happens, like everyone says online, if Batman had time, Batman's got it. Batman's got it.
That's true.
Yeah.
Although
you don't need it.
That came after Batman v Superman, didn't it?
Yeah. That's my point.
Yeah.
It came after Batman v Superman.
I was going to say if it's before, then Batman had been gone. So
there's like a few things I just wrote down. Like, I like the Enchantress hand flip. Do you remember that little trick in the film?
Oh yeah, where she flips
like,
the hands.
Yeah, that's cool. And a little bit of a joke, but when Diablo's like, I'm not doing anymore, and then he's like, bye with flames.
Yeah.
And he like does like the rainbow SpongeBob, but it's like bye.
Yeah.
That cracked me up. And in the movie, no one calls him Diablo. They all just call him Ese because he's Mexican. They're just like, hey, Ese. And I'm like, it's just Diablo, guys. I'm just like, everyone's just calling him Ese. Like,
I don't know.
I mean, you don't remember it, do you?
That's his name.
No, because every time Deadshot sees him, he's like, you good, Ese?
Sure, that's not his first name.
Maybe it is.
Ese Diablo.
Ese Diablo? Do you want to look that up?
Diablo Ese.
Diablo Ese? Well, it might be. I don't know. I just thought it was like a slang term that they kept on using. It's like when we watched The Mummy.
Yeah.
Everyone was saying Yalla. And we found out that meant hurry up, come on. And it makes sense.
He's called
but it's
El
in everything.
Diablo.
Oh,
Not
no,
Ese Diablo.
So no, not Ese, so I was right. Another note, Will Smith's beard's really good.
Fantastic.
Good beard, isn't
Can't picture it. Good beard.
Good beard, Scott.
Bit strong.
I can't even show people what it's like. It's just a good, strong
Just imagine
beard.
a strong
It's like,
beard.
I also felt, with this one, I mean, Will Smith's Deadshot put on the mask like, I'm going to be generous and say 3 times.
Yeah.
But obviously it's in his contract to be like, I've got to show my face. I'm Will Smith. But I didn't feel it as much with Idris Elba. I thought he was in the mask quite a lot.
Oh yeah, he was in it for most of it until it got knocked off.
Yeah,
like every time he was in combat, he was in it.
It's kind of like
it got smashed.
When Dredd come out with Carl Urban and he was just in the mask. That was cool.
Yeah.
You don't need to see your face.
He's not supposed.
You're Dredd.
You're not supposed to see Stallone under the mask.
No. Oh, Clint Eastwood's son was in it.
Yeah, he's one of the army guys. He could
He's
be
playing army guys.
he could be Rick Flag. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just one of the.
Yeah, I wrote a lot about the music being shit, like because it was new songs that kept coming out. Like "Spirit in the Sky" was also one. Why?
Yeah.
It just happens. By the way, it's not a moment. It's not like when Quill's got the tape deck and he puts it in and he's like, "This is my mum's tracks." It doesn't have any weight. It's just a song. It's a song that me and you would like play in the car.
There's no moments in it where, in like Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and he's like, "You killed my mom," and then the chain starts playing, and that's an epic scene where he's punching him through the shit.
Yeah,
and the song
didn't hit.
The song goes well for whatever reason.
Yeah.
But none of these songs go with any of the.
I'll try not to talk about songs anymore because it really did bug me though. It was the thing that threw off the film for me. It was just completely different tone. Like you don't have Joker like, "Oh, I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna hurt you really, really bad." You don't have that.
Yeah.
And they'd just be like, "Going up to the spirit in the sky." It's just fucking stupid. No, but it was serious and fun. None of it mixed though. It wasn't like, "Oh, here's your serious moment." It was all over the fucking place.
Yeah.
I have a fun fact here, which you won't remember this either, I don't think. Do you know the Katana? Katana, I think that's her name.
Yeah.
That is Kimiko and the boys.
Oh yes.
I was like, I know your face. You're Kimiko, because she takes off her mask at one point. I went, "You're from the boys."
Again.
Don't know her name. Oh, actually, her name's Karen, isn't it? Karen. It doesn't matter, but
yeah,
Kimiko from the boys. Yeah. Move on to the new one a bit more.
I want to know who was your favorite character from the new cast, or
they were all good.
Yeah, who was your favorite person in the movie?
They were
all good. Yeah.
I would like Ratcatcher, that name, Ratcatcher 2, sorry, because her dad died.
That's even stupider.
I looked at the name and I was like, "Fuck off."
Yeah.
What is that? But her as a character, great.
They made
they
kind of kill all the normal people off at the beginning, like what's his name?
Javelin.
Blackguard. He's person that shoots people. He's fairly normal.
Yeah.
Javelin. Yeah, he hasn't got. Yeah, he's throwing a javelin, but he hasn't got like polka dots. Like he's fairly normal. And then blonde, long-haired bird killer with a ball, Merle. He's fairly normal. He's just got good accuracy. So and then they leave like the weird ones, and then they actually expand on them, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Idris Elba was a standout, wasn't he?
Yeah,
obviously. Bloodsport.
Yeah, I like.
Peacemaker.
Yeah, them two together were funny. They were
hilarious.
That scene where they're going through the camp.
The camp was the best bit.
Yeah, that's one of the best bits.
Because you knew that they were having a competition.
Yeah. But it
escalated.
So well. Yeah.
It was like, what did they... Oh, it was like they were trying to do environmental takedowns.
Yeah.
And he shot like a fan into the bathtub and electrocuted. But then it just... I don't know why, but just them being them pretty much was cracking me up. Like, when he climbed up so smoothly and then he pulled out a fucking blow dart and he was just going...
But then the massive gun with the silencer. It's like the one at the end of Casino Royale.
It was literally, do you know, like when you play Modern Warfare and you make the Desert Eagle as long as possible, and it's longer than that. And then he puts, just to make it longer, a silencer.
Yeah.
It's about my arm length.
Yeah.
And then he's just shooting over his shoulder, not looking. And
yeah, that's such a good scene.
It was a good... Oh, and when he walked past the camp and he just had the tomahawk and he just started stabbing that body as he walked past.
Not looking at it.
Not looking at it. It's just who could do it cooler. They're trying to outdo themselves.
That was really good. And I really liked... I think Harley Quinn is like tied for my favourite character now in in the film. Like her scenes were good, and I actually like when she kills that guy.
Or the president or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like her reasonings, you're like, oh, you actually have changed since.
Yeah.
And like, the Harley Quinn film's not a good movie, but I think that kind of works as kind of like a middle between Suicide Squad, Harley Quinn, and then the Suicide Squad.
Don't
in terms
you
of her
find
story.
that strange that like the movies, none of them are necessarily great. But her character's been good.
Oh yeah,
really good.
Through. Yeah,
I don't know what people think, but I think she's probably the best casting they've done.
Oh yeah,
I didn't ever expect Margot Robbie. I mean, the first you see her is in Wolf of Wall Street. She had kind of the accent in that, but I never could have gone, you'd be really good, until I saw her and I was like, good choice. And she's been great.
Yeah, that's the only person I can see like live action. Yeah, like I can't think of anyone else.
Not right now, no. I mean, I didn't think of her, so I'm sure they could do it.
Yeah,
I mean, Marvel does it all the time. Everyone's perfect, pretty much.
But like her scene where she's fighting the people, I think you said this earlier, but when you see it from her, like her mind, and you're like,
it's awesome.
Oh, she's just seeing it as just like, she doesn't see it as really violent. She's just like, oh, this is like loads of flowers and shit coming out of everyone.
Yeah. So that, because what they done really good there is it was bloody and gory, and you're seeing it from the outside, and even we were like, oh fuck, like
and then it transitions.
But then you really feel like you're in her.
Yeah.
Like she's not on drugs or anything.
Just her.
It's just her. Flowers burst up behind her. She's shooting flowers. The blood's flowers. She's just having a good time. She's not thinking that she's killing, pretty much. She's just having a good time.
Yeah.
She's definitely a standout. And I know she said she didn't want to really come back, did she? Or have a break? I don't know. But
I think she will come back.
I would love her to come back.
Yeah. I think we're really getting another Suicide Squad movie. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if James Gunn, because James Gunn has come out and been like, I love doing this. Yeah. And it probably is.
He even said it saved his life.
Yeah.
Do that. Like, because Disney were like, oh, you made jokes 10 years ago?
Yeah.
Well, fuck you. You're out of a job.
I bet they're like, fuck, why do we do that now? But, like, this is probably such a different movie for him to make, given, like, the 15 rating and stuff. And how he can just...
They pretty much gave him free rein, didn't
they? And
he
said I don't know how much of this is bullshit, but he's, like, always loved the Suicide Squad and what they've done. So I wouldn't be surprised if they come back and do another one.
Like I feel like
with Idris Elba and stuff,
because they gave him free reins. Like even just putting Rick Flag in that yellow T-shirt clearly felt like he just liked the Suicide Squad. Yeah, he was like, oh yeah, Rick Flag's not some boring army dude.
He wasn't afraid to do it to be like, oh, this will look stupid. Yeah, well, of course it's all going to be stupid. Yeah, it's like comic books are stupid.
A bit more fun. But yeah, I mean, do you think this is definitely what the studio wanted from the first one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
But do you think they fucked up? Because they hired that director for a reason for the first one. He wanted it a darker tone, even Joker being the villain, I think, not Enchantress the whole film. But do you think they fucked up because they would have hired him to make that film? Then they were like, oh, we need to make it more funny.
Yeah, I
but
don't
now
know
they
what
got
way
their
it went.
wish.
Yeah, they got their wish,
and it worked.
But I don't know if they chose, like, he was probably the wrong director, but the route he was going down, I don't know. Like, even if he was allowed to go down that route, I don't know if it would have necessarily worked still. Yeah, because I feel like, especially the characters he was playing with, I don't think they're meant to be. I don't think there's something called the Suicide Squad is meant to be taken too seriously. You're not supposed to feel every death like a punch in the stomach. Yeah. Like, you're supposed to look at some deaths like the beginning of this movie where it's like they're just funny. But there are deaths that really like Polka Dot Man at the end.
That was fucked.
They kind of play it stupidly, but you're still
still fucked.
But you're still like, oh, like, what?
Yeah.
And again, he's not a good character. He's like got this weird mum complex about killing, but it's like when he gets squished, you're like, oh man, I would have liked to see him in another film.
Yeah. I agree, and I felt like that with most. Like, oh, here's one. Rick Flag being quite boring in the first one.
Yeah.
He was straight up army dude, generic. This one felt like a character.
Sure.
Like he was friends with Bloodsport.
Yeah, having that history. was
Yeah,
good.
and it just felt like he was human,
Yeah.
not just a soldier.
And they didn't even spend much time together on screen, like
No.
many scenes, but
But you felt it.
you did realise they were friends pretty
Yeah.
quickly.
But then, yeah, that's the sign of a good director
Yeah.
to me. And good actors. But
Yeah.
obviously they all worked quite well, I feel. But he dies.
Mm.
Very good fight with Peacemaker. Is his name Peacemaker or Keeper?
Peacekeeper. No,
I'm gonna check.
Peacemaker, because he makes peace, I think. Or does he keep the peace? Peacemaker. I've got.
Peacemaker. Yeah. Yeah. So that fight was good and excellently shot in the helmet. Some of it.
Yeah. Yeah,
Some
that
of the
was cool.
shots were great.
Yeah.
in the
It was
film.
very, like, he'd follow people through as they
Yeah.
were going. Yeah, it was cool.
It felt well, but I enjoyed that fight. And the minute Rick Flag started winning, I was like, he's dead. Because if he stayed down and Peacemaker walked out, I'd been
Yeah.
like, he's going to come back. But he wasn't giving
Not
up.
only is he dead, but they confirm the kill with an
Yeah.
X-ray heart
Yeah, they
shot.
give you an X-ray. Because I was like, I stabbed him in the chest.
Yeah.
Then the film was like, no, in the
heart.
fucking heart. And they showed, Mortal Kombat X-ray heart. Yeah, they showed the heart slowing down.
Piercing, yeah.
And then he just dropped to the floor just to let you go, just to let you know, yeah, he's dead.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He's not
gone.
coming back.
Which was sad to me. I would like to have seen him again, like Polka Dot Man.
Mm.
I would have liked to have seen the main new Suicide Squad again.
What?
Like Peacemaker,
Oh, all of them
Bloodsport,
together.
Polka
again.
Dot, King Shark, Rick Flag, and Harley.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. This Peacemaker TV show, I don't know how deep they're going to go.
Yeah.
But he
No,
looks like...
I meant that team
Yeah.
on another mission. They
No,
just
that's what I mean.
worked really well.
I mean, Idris Elba does TV. He does Luther. So,
No, I'm saying like you can have them as villains again, but then again, don't milk shit. You know, it was good as it was, basically. Because Peacemaker meeting Bloodsport for the first time, really good. And they had a good, funny chemistry. Like, when he's in tighty white, he's in the middle of the jungle, and he's like, what the fuck are you in tighty white?
yeah.
Oh, it was just,
Hey, that's
funny.
racist.
Yeah. And do you know what cracked me up? I don't know why. I think it was because it was so disgusting. Weasel.
Yeah.
It
I'm
just
glad
cracked
that
me up.
was as long as it was. I think if that was through the whole movie, that would have got
Yeah.
a bit boring. I think they did the right thing. Just
Yeah. But then he gets up at the
Yeah.
end and just walks off.
yeah. What
And
is he
he's-
doing now?
Where is he going? What's he doing?
He's going to rule the island.
So, what did you think of a giant starfish being the enemy?
I thought it was fine.
Hmm.
It worked, and I like. Again, for how more outrageous these characters were,
Yeah.
it made more sense than the giant beam of light that was in
It's
the last one.
definitely more entertaining.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and it's entertaining.
No, I meant like the beam of light's always shit.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, stop
I
it.
don't know why they keep doing that, but yeah, like a starfish walking around. Haven't really seen that before. It's
No.
cool. And then the way they take it down, and when they go to take it down, it's cool. Like when
Yeah.
they're walking up to it, and then yeah, Polka Dot Man doing what he does.
It was kind of. Here's what I liked. Watching the trailer and I saw there was a starfish. I went, "What the fuck are they doing?"
Yeah.
Then I knew it was a comic book thing. Like I didn't know Bloodsport was even a character, did I? I come out of cinema. I was like, "Can you guys confirm?"
1987 first appearance.
But seeing this starfish, I was honestly like, "How are they taking this out?" And it was entertaining.
Yeah.
How they took it out.
hmm Yeah, they did well.
Yeah, and I thought the whole end fight, because I thought I was going to be like, oh, it's just one of those big monster things and it's over, but this was quite an entertaining fight.
Oh yeah, it didn't last too long either. That fight,
No.
like he was out of the base and then dead within like 20 minutes.
Yeah, because I felt like after the whole Peacemaker fight
Yeah.
and trying to get it off him, I was seriously like, oh god, there's a starfish to deal with.
to kill.
Was you like that?
Yeah.
I was like, well, we just killed him. Fucking hell.
I still think the human on like the fights before it, I think that there are more entertaining fights, like the Peacemaker and Bloodsport one walking through the camp, and the beginning is cool as well. With
the Normandy Beach,
Normandy
of
Beach,
DC.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
but I think overall, I really liked how it ended. And
would you like to keep seeing DC go down this path, like with this sort of stuff, or would you like them to finish the Justice League?
I mean, what? So the Zack Snyder's Justice League.
They feel different to me.
Ended with what? Darkseid's still alive at the end, isn't he? They send the head back through.
But would you like to see that end? Would
That's
you like
what
to
I
see
mean.
a third
That's what
film?
I was just trying to think of what it. So I'm like,
No,
probably not.
No, you wouldn't like it.
No.
You wouldn't care.
No, because I just think at this point it's like any ending they do to that is going to be bad because what came before it was bad. I think it's like what we were talking about last week with Star Wars. It's like Last
Just move
Jedi
on.
wasn't great, so Rise of Skywalker probably wasn't going to be great
Yeah.
because you can't go from like bad to good in you
No.
can't end something good when
No.
bad has come before. I don't
No.
think.
No, I mean, you can. It's hard.
Yeah.
But if you're
not
going to go on the other director's level and not get on it
Yeah.
and just go, oh, I'm going to change everything they changed.
Yeah.
It's just like, well, you've
I
just
think-
wasted a movie.
I think they just need to just attract people that want to make movies for them and let them make them, like Joker was
Right.
Todd Phillips, I think.
Yeah, Todd
The Hang Up,
Phillips,
even though
yeah.
he did the Hang Up, but that's the film he wanted to make,
Mm.
and like he made it, and it was great. Like
Yeah, who was the... Oh, it's Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi.
Yeah, he was like, I had to make all these other films to make Jojo Rabbit
yeah,
because they wouldn't let him make a
Yeah.
film about Hitler. But that's his best film.
Yeah.
But
and I think you can still, and it seems like with the new Batman, like with Robert Pattinson and
Yeah.
stuff, it seems initially anyway, like they're making, or he's making the film he wants to make.
Mm.
And so, and I think people do understand now, like, seems like in this Flash movie, they're going to have like a
Multiverse.
event, yeah, and they might just say, oh, all these things are in the same one, and then, or in different universes. And if they do that, that's cool, but I don't think that excludes them from bringing people together if it works. Like, I could see a world where, like, Robert Pattinson, like, after his third film, they do some weird event where
Mhm.
Harley is there or something.
Yeah.
And I don't think it would be that weird, just as long as solid, good movies have come before.
Yeah, do you see, to me, Henry being Superman, they fucked up. He should come back. Give him back his role.
I think he will come back.
Yeah, I hope. I need Man of
Because
Steel
there was,
too.
I remember they said he was out, or he said he was out. But
Yeah.
then I think there was rumblings like a year later, like
Mm-hmm.
he's still interested. Although, I don't know, he's doing
He's big.
a lot. He's
He's
doing
big
like
now.
Witcher.
Yeah, he's
And
he's
stuff.
doing other things, and especially so much that he loves as well. Like he got given the role of The Witcher.
Yeah,
He loves The Witcher.
exactly. Yeah,
So I'm sure, and I'm sure that studio's treating him better, probably.
yeah, probably
And,
not going to throw him under the bus.
No.
but-
it's kind of like what happened to Andrew Garfield turning up, like, oh, he was sick, wasn't he? And he didn't turn up, and they were just like, "You're fired." Like,
yeah.
really? No.
That's such a weird. That seems like something someone would say to cover up something else, but then it's such a weird thing to say to cover it up.
Yeah.
You'd be like, "Oh, we left on good terms because
Yeah.
of this." You wouldn't say, "Oh, we turned up late."
Yeah. So if we don't see Andrew Garfield turn up again, I won't be surprised with just how they treated him. And now they're like, "Oh, we want to make a multiverse and all that," and he'd
Yeah.
be like, "I'm not."
But
interested.
I can see him being like, not doing it for the studio, but doing it because he knows people want it.
Yeah, he'd
And,
probably
like-
be like, he probably wants to do
Especially if it's
justice
just,
to
like,
himself.
Just one movie,
Yeah.
like, especially if it's just No Way Home where he appears for like 10 minutes. Then it'd
I
be-
think it's kind of, I mean, let's not go too off
No, yeah.
Suicide Squad, but it's like people don't realize what they had until it's gone. And now, just look online for this. Hayden Christensen coming back as Anakin. People are going mental.
Yeah.
I remember when I was a kid, obviously it wasn't around, the internet wasn't
Yeah.
too big, but when you got into high school and stuff, it was kind of like, oh, the prequels were shit. Anakin was a bad actor. And it's like, no, it's another example of writing. It wasn't strong everywhere, but he's good. And I can't picture another Vader.
No.
If they just went, this actor's now Anakin, I'd be like, no, he's not. No, he's not.
Yeah.
It's not happening. But yeah, it's the same with that. When you've been taken, like something's been taken away from someone and then it goes from you,
Mhm.
and now that they're given another shot, everyone's going mad. Like Ewan McGregor getting Kenobi. It's
Yeah.
my most look forward to thing of Star Wars coming. And I can't wait to see them two on screen again.
Yeah, but you're right. You don't know. That's why I kind of like. I'm kind of happy with DC just doing like more one-off films, and maybe you get a sequel to
Yeah.
the Joker or the Suicide Squad.
Joker is getting a sequel, isn't it?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would be interesting. But it's like I'm happy with them doing that because it's like, oh, this one was a good movie. So, like, and this one was separate. So, like, the two movies that they've tried to do seem separately.
Mm-hmm.
They're the ones that have worked the best.
Yeah.
And they have, because even like the other Suicide Squad, that had Batman in it.
Yeah, that was
That had Ben
just trying to
Affleck.
link back, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
It was trying to reference, and maybe if it was the director's vision to begin with, maybe it would have been better at doing that, but it just wasn't. Yeah.
So really, DC are doing better at the solo movies.
Yeah, but
Not thinking at the big picture.
what I'd like them to do is just focus on the solo movies and like maybe have some connections
Yeah.
and just focus on making good things that people actually want to make. Don't hire a director and then be like, make this for us
Yeah.
when he's never made it or doesn't want to do anything like that at all.
No.
Like just like take your time and be patient and just
Yeah, do you feel that's why Marvel succeeded, wasn't it? They
Yeah.
were so on point who to choose for what.
Oh yeah, and they weren't big actors or
No. They are now.
yeah.
But
But
no,
I
they
mean,
weren't.
it's the same with this Suicide Squad. Like they're not. I mean, Idris Elba's quite big. Margot Robbie is now, but when they first picked her as Harley
Well, yeah,
Quinn,
because
she wasn't
she was
massive.
She was Wolf of Wall Street, I
Yeah.
think. I think that was her first role.
Yeah, just before, or was it Focus?
Focus
Will
was
Smith.
after Wolf of Wall
After that,
Street,
yeah.
wasn't it? I think
Yeah,
so.
I think so.
But anyway, yeah, that was her two roles.
But like, yeah, they did go small. Well, I suppose DC have gone. Like Henry Cavill wasn't that big before. Superman.
No, actually, yeah, true.
And
Yeah. But I know what you mean. I mean, it's more.
it's like don't go for what you think's hot.
Yeah.
Go for what's right.
Yeah.
For the property that you're doing.
Yeah, because like Batman v Superman being the second film was rushing into it.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Felt like 5 films in there.
Yeah.
Because when you like for this, even the first one, I'm gonna say that the introduction to characters was much better than Wonder Woman's introduction, Aquaman, The Flash.
Oh yeah.
Maybe not in Justice League, fleshed out a bit more, but it was trash. It was bad in
Yeah.
Batman v Superman. It was just like a Batman looking on webcams, and I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Looking at
Was
Aquaman
this
under the
all
wall
on a
with his
hard
straw.
drive? And they all have their symbols.
Yeah.
It was just. Oh. But I do think it is like Man of Steel was really good.
Mhm.
Should have carried on with that. Suicide Squad, from my point of view, I know very half and half film, but that was I thought that was the best one DC come up with.
Yeah.
In that time, I know that was probably like the third film, so I know it wasn't that many, But after, maybe it was the fact of Batman v Superman, and then it was the Suicide Squad. I was like, oh, thank God that wasn't shit. But then it was like Wonder Woman, which wasn't great.
So
I haven't watched it again.
Wonder Woman.
Yep. And Aquaman. And the first Justice League.
Don't remind me of anything.
Yeah.
To do with Justice League.
So this is DC's best film, though, right?
Yeah, I think this is definitely is. What would do you wanna say what you would give it?
Oh yeah, let's
score.
I gotta rate the first one too.
Okay, what would you give the first one? I'm gonna say before you. I haven't watched it recently.
Yeah.
But I think from memory and from what you've told me today, I'd probably give it a 2.5.
Right.
Today.
Okay. Because, by the way, this is on Letterboxd, so it's out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
Just letting everyone know that why we give it 5s or out of a score of 5. I just, other than the poor pacing, I enjoyed the characters and the time with them. And out of most DC properties now, wasn't bored. Just gonna say that. For bad, like if it's bad, I mean,
but
different. But
also comparing it to just normal films.
Just normal films. Oh, do you know what? It's also weird in a weird way. It's kind of nostalgic film. I remember the hype, the song by 21 Pilots. The hype for that film was insane. Whether you liked the look of it or not, people wanted to see the Suicide Squad. Well, is this one? Yeah, this one's called just Suicide Squad.
True, yeah.
But people wanted to see it. I remember the fan theories, everything. It's kind of like how I think of The Last Jedi, where everyone was giving theories and their
When
ideas.
Did it come out?
2016, 5 years ago. I know it's long, but well, it's not long, but it feels long compared.
Just.
It's a hard one. Did you say 2.5?
Out of 5, yeah. I'm even debating whether that's half star too generous.
The first half of the film was better, like setting up the squad,
and
then you're just in a generic plot after that.
Yeah, I think I remember that.
Do you know what?
Better.
2.5. I agree. I was gonna go 3. Do you know what? I still might even go 3 because of the characters, but for now, 2.5. It's literally right in the middle. It's kind of how I feel, indecisive. Yeah. I have a lot of good memories with it, going to the cinema, but then again, haven't watched it since. What's that telling you?
It's not something you want to rewatch.
Basically, I like the idea of it more than what I watched. Mm-hmm. Even though when I watched it literally today before the new film, I wasn't bored. I was entertained.
Yeah.
And I know that's a rare opinion. But I just wasn't bored. It was all right. But yeah, 2.5. And I am going to say... No, I'm not. I was going to say liked, but I'm going to leave it at 2.5. Rewatch. All right. Let's go on to the new Suicide... Oh, before we go, Letterboxd reviewed it 2.1 on 27k reviews.
Okay.
So it's a 2.1. So we're not far off.
And the Suicide Squad is on a 4.
Out of 2.1k views. So a lot less.
Yeah. But
it will change.
The most important one's about to be added.
Right.
My one.
You want to go first or?
Yeah, could do.
Yeah, go on. What would you give it?
I would give this film.
Go on.
A 4.5.
Wow.
I don't know. I was just laughing and smiling, like, and felt for the characters in ways that I felt like and maybe that's because I haven't watched a good new film in such a long time. Fast and Furious 9 was
just a quick diversion here. The Tomorrow War. I loved it.
Oh yeah.
I loved that film. I watched it twice this year, and it came out less than a month ago.
Yeah.
But the point is, not great story. Well, it was a fine story. It's not amazing, but it's not levels of The Mummy. The Mummy is another level, but entertainment.
Yeah.
The action scenes were good.
Like, yeah, like the Suicide Squad is a film that's just entertaining and a film that I want to watch with like different groups of people. Like I feel like it's a film that you want to watch with other people and like just laugh at that and be like, oh, that was good, and like that was stupid and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like I want to watch it. I kind of want to watch it again now. Like I kind of felt like
I could definitely watch it again.
Yeah, for sure.
And yeah, so that's already saying it's better than the first one because I'm willing. I'd even own it.
Oh no, when I came out of the first one, I was not like, I want to watch this again.
No,
I was like, I don't think I was too shitty on it, but I was like, oh, that was all right.
See, I'm just gonna say how honestly it was when I first saw the first one. I loved it. I did. I came out and I was like, oh, this Joker's so cool. But like I said to you, I liked Jared Leto, Harley Quinn being in the film because even so, not a DC person, but when she came into the Arkham games was when first proper one. But even before then, there was the Batman animated series.
That was her first appearance, wasn't it?
Was it?
She was a series thing that was brought into the comics.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so I knew her from the start. But there was a Batman animated game that I used to play with my dad. You would chase Poison Ivy and there was all the Batmobile missions. He'll remember. But that's when I first saw her and they were singing London Bridge. It was falling down. Or Gotham Bridge. And it was a really good mission. So that's when I first knew her. But from the Arkham games, I had a poster of her on my wall.
Mm-hmm.
I loved Harley Quinn. So when I knew she was coming into a movie, I was like, oh, that's going to be cool. And I remember just being at college, going with my mates, seeing it, was entertained. I liked Joker, I liked Harley Quinn, and that's mainly why I went. But I also came out of Rise of Skywalker thinking it was great.
I think you can come out of the cinema sometimes feeling in extreme ways. Like, yeah, I think that can happen.
And that's why...
I don't know whether that's happening to me today, but...
No, but that's what I was going to say. That's why this podcast is pretty good for us, because we've just spoke for an hour. We've both decided it was a pretty good film still. And we've given our opinions on it, and even the first one to compare it to, because that's in new memory.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely better than the first one. But it's a shame that it's better than the first one. But also, it's only better than the first one because the first one exists and fucked up.
Yeah.
This film wouldn't be like it or exist. And also, if Disney didn't fire everyone that had a comment...
Yeah. Then we wouldn't have it.
We wouldn't have this film.
So
and it's a really fucking entertaining film.
Yeah. Thank God for James Gunn and his Twitter account.
Imagine firing over a tweet.
They're angry at themselves for doing that. They gave away.
He's coming back though for Guardians 3.
Oh yeah, he's coming back. But
I mean,
they would have preferred
him.
that he didn't go do a Suicide Squad film.
No, and make it so good.
Yeah.
To really like most people like 4 on Letterboxd, IGN 9, IMDb's like 8.5 something. Like
that's higher than Guardians of the Galaxy, isn't it?
I don't know. Give it a check.
Would you say Guardians? I'm going to say 2 because that was his.
Yeah, I'm going to type in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I mean, on IMDb, it's only 7.6. Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
IMDb Suicide Squad is 8.2.
So,
and go on Rotten Tomatoes. What is it?
85.
96.
Yeah, he went and made a better movie with your competitor.
Yeah, and it's not even like Marvel doesn't give it a bit freedom, although I think they're changing that.
Yeah.
It does feel like you have to do this. You have to include this.
I think they have freedom, and then there are like 1 or 2 things. It's not like when WB came into the first Suicide Squad and they were like, change this whole film. But I get what you mean. They come in and they go, oh, you need this cube to appear here, this stone to be here.
Yeah. So
that it does affect their story, I'm sure. Whereas this one seemed like there was no ties. Shazam, I forgot about as well.
Oh God, we didn't even...
I actually quite like that.
And
surprisingly forgot about that.
But it's surprising we forgot about that because when I came out of the cinema, I was surprised.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah.
I'm going to say it was really good as well.
God,
I
can't
enjoyed
believe
that film.
I just forgot about all these
Yeah,
films.
but the Shazam film, the reason why I forgot about it, to me, not knowing DC, it just felt like a superhero film.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, it didn't. To me, it wasn't DC because I don't know it.
Exactly, yeah.
So to me, it was just another superhero film.
And it didn't really have any other DC references in
except
it, apart from the
end
Superman
credits,
at the end.
where Superman walks in,
But
it's
then
not
it's
Henry.
just his body. Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, I forget it.
And
And
they're
I
doing a second
haven't
one of
watched that
those.
since either, so maybe a rewatch of that. But the Zack Snyder really beat me to not watch it because when we were watching the Zack Snyder ones, I was ready to watch Suicide Squad with it as well.
Yeah.
And I just went no after watching that. But the Suicide Squad 2016 is better than it. I'm sorry, everyone. The Zack Snyder
Hot
films are
take.
terrible.
Yes. Shit.
I've just got to say it. If you're putting up with that, that's what you're okay with your favorite superheroes being. Feel sorry for you.
Yes.
If you're gonna put up with that,
It's bad.
Justice League really
The best.
might have been better. By how much though? Really, like let's be honest.
Yeah.
Like, it's,
And technically,
tone? Sure.
like when Iron Man came out, he wasn't the biggest character. But
No.
Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman
Yes.
are DC's bigger. They should have slapped that shit
Yeah.
out of the park.
Yeah, because that's like that's how to sell your
yeah,
movies.
that's their biggest shit, and they're some of the biggest superheroes in the world.
Yeah.
Like,
so
so what would you give it?
Yeah, before we go on, it's hard because I
It is
enjoyed
hard.
the film.
Mhm.
Really, like I said, I'll watch it again. Maybe watching it again will give me the full review, but it's also on the point where I don't care.
Yeah.
I don't care about DC still. This film didn't change my mind about DC.
Mhm.
I'm sitting here going, okay, I don't care what's coming next.
Yeah.
Where if they went, we've got Man of Steel 2,
Mhm.
it's coming. I'll be like, where are you taking this? Because even the Flashpoint movie sounds interesting,
Yeah.
not because of Flash,
Mm-hmm.
but because there's so many Batmans in it. There's Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton is coming back as Batman.
He's coming
That's why I
back.
want to see it.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Not the Flash that threw a fan to the floor, which I found out last night.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, as a movie,
Mm-hmm.
didn't have an like Palm Springs. I gave a 5.
Yeah.
There wasn't anything wrong with this film, so on face value, 5. But I'm giving it a 4. Here's why.
Killing me.
The rest of the fucking franchise is dog shit, and this brilliant film is dragging it behind. If this was the first film, DC was like, oh, they're going, we've refreshed it, starting now.
Yeah.
I would have been like, you're on a good path. That's a 5-star.
Yeah.
But it's because it's connected, and that's the only reason. Because, like I said, Palm Springs might not be 5 quality, but there's nothing to compare it to.
Mm-hmm.
It's just Palm Springs. This has a first movie, which
Yeah.
is to most shit, a shit version of Justice League, a shit Batman versus Superman, a Man of Steel that not many like, Wonder Woman. Who did people like that? Aquaman. I watched some. I don't know how you can like it. And then Wonder Woman 2
Fantastic.
and Shazam.
Pedro Pascal.
But-
yeah.
It's so I just want to make it clear, 5-star film. If you haven't seen the others, like my partner hasn't, she hasn't seen
Don't need to.
any of them. Don't need to. Just watch this film.
Maybe Joker.
Brilliant. What joke? What the?
Just Joker.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's good, and it's not part of this universe, is it?
Yeah. But neither is this, really. Like, it's got Harley. Like, yeah, she's been in other films,
Yeah.
but
I
it's
just
not.
feel like because of her though, it's connected, and I watched the first one.
Yeah.
It all just feels connected to me.
But I don't think it's supposed to be at this
All
point.
right, I'll give it 4.5. The
Very
point
good.
because I
convinced you.
can't give it
Mm.
the lower review.
Yeah.
because of how much shit the other things are. But I'm giving it just literally half a star because I'm still got all that shit in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like the whole franchise isn't good, but this one film is a really good film. So
For sure.
I'm even going to put a like on it, on the Letterboxd. I like it. Yeah.
Okay. So now we've reviewed it.
Yeah.
I just want to ask you, and this can be a quick question.
Go on.
What DC film are you most looking forward to
Man of
out
Steel
of this
2.
list?
Yeah, go on.
What did you say?
I said Man of Steel 2.
Oh, yes. So these are ones that have actually been confirmed and are being made.
Okay.
Black Adam.
It's
It's got Pierce Brosnan in it. So
And The Rock.
Yeah, and The Rock. And Pierce Brosnan.
And Pierce Brosnan.
And it's got Pierce Brosnan.
And-
Just remember that.
Pierce
Shazam
Brosnan,
2.
Pierce
Aquaman 2. With Amber Heard.
Oh,
Flashpoint. And Batman. The Batman.
The Batman?
It's called The Batman. I
Yeah,
think.
no, The Batman is
Yeah.
number one.
Oh.
The Batman.
Okay.
Yeah.
What about the other ones? Okay, that was
So
that was
what
obvious.
was just above the Batman?
Flashpoint.
That next.
Okay.
Because it has Batman. Not because of Flash. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
About Flash.
And then okay. So what's your third out of Black Adam, Shazam, and Aquaman?
Probably Black Adam's related to Shazam, isn't it though?
Yeah, they.
I would like
to
to see Black Adam
with The Rock.
with The Rock. Yes,
Favourite character.
with The Rock.
Better than Vin Diesel.
Well,
Cooler.
we'll
And
get
it's
to
got
that.
Pierce Brosnan
Next
in it.
time we get round Fast and Furious,
I can't wait
Who's cooler?
to see Pierce Brosnan in a.
New film?
Yeah, that's not some spy thriller where he's really old, like The November Man, or what's one, The Foreigner on Netflix, or
What's
the
No Escape?
Escape. Yeah.
With Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
And he goes, gets hit by the truck.
Or The Matador.
Yeah.
He's done very similar films, so I want to see him in a tight lycra costume
Apparently CGI in it.
with a big beard. Oh, is he?
No, his suit is, so
Oh,
he's not
thank
like
God.
not in the.
I thought you meant his face was.
Oh,
That'd be
no.
a tragedy.
That would be shit.
I want to see, you know, his beard that he has at the moment where it's triangle and it's like.
Yeah. Sorry, did you say who your favourite character was in the film?
Think-
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, it was Harley and.
I think I said
Bloodsport.
Harley and Bloodsport.
We were kind of when everyone was pretty
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
didn't we?
Everyone was good, but I think it
Everyone
would be
was good.
Harley and Bloodsport.
Because I loved my partner loved Sebastian, a rat. A rat, by the way, everyone. You all care about a rat.
Yes, you will.
You all care about a rat.
And you will like a rat. And
Yeah.
you will like a big CGI shark.
The shark was brilliant. Sylvester Stallone is him as well. Just,
Yeah,
It was great.
using his real voice.
Didn't need to change it, did he? But out of those, yeah, I mean, the Batman's going to win. But this is another thing. Robert Pattinson was hated. Well, when did everyone start like Robert Pattinson?
Well, oh, you mean he was hated because of Twilight and stuff?
Yes. Which is a stupid reason.
I think because he was doing smaller, like The Lighthouse. I think he
That's
did
amazing.
one before that. I don't know what it
He's
was.
done a few.
But I've heard that he's done a few small films. When did
Yeah.
Twilight end? Like 2014?
years ago.
Something like that.
2014, maybe?
Yeah.
Long enough.
Yeah. But I mean, he's done it. And then the last time I saw him, first time I saw him after a while was The Lighthouse, then Tenet,
That was amazing.
and then,
Did you
It's
like
good.
The Lighthouse?
yeah, that was good.
Yeah, that's a
And
good
then
time.
Tenet, I think he's really good.
Yeah. I
So-
liked him being a sort of spy person in
Yeah.
that, but
I think he probably knew after Twilight he needed to fuck off for a bit,
Yeah.
just so people didn't like always think of him as that person. I know he did because he went. I didn't see anything of him for like 6 years.
yeah. But it was weird that people suddenly just like him now.
He is a good actor.
He is a good actor. But
I
even
think people.
when I heard him being Batman, I was pumped. When I
Yeah.
learnt this tale,
Yeah, he's good.
I was
that
like, I
trailer-
can't wait.
That trailer was nuts.
If the trailer, basically, little tip for Hollywood or filmmakers, make your trailer the tone of the movie.
Yeah.
Because if I'm stepping to the Batman and it's not like that trailer, I'll be very disappointed again. I want it. I want it
Yeah.
like that. It was awesome.
Yeah, if we go into there and we see, I don't know, like a Suicide Squad blowing up
Yeah.
in really graphic ways, I'd be like, but what I want is, I want that film to be that one scene where he's just punching the shit out of that guy with the one hand, and you're just like, that is more brutal than anything I've seen any Batman on screen do. Even Ben Affleck,
He
when
killed
he's
him,
trying,
didn't he?
yeah,
He
with
killed
one
him.
hand, and you're
Yeah.
like, what if he's in a proper fight? He will fuck shit up.
Yeah, because I feel like this Batman's going to be it, by the way. Kind of like how people feel the Tom Holland Spider-Man is the best of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. I feel like this Batman's going to be the Christian Bale tone, but with a bit of the Ben Affleck universe.
Because even The Dark Knight, like, it's not loved because it's a great Batman, really. It's loved because of the villains in it. Which is really what Batman is. Batman is his villains.
Yeah.
But like, I see what you mean. Like, I think this could be the best one where it's like, oh, he's a detective.
They've nailed it. It
and
looks
he
like
can beat the shit out of people. Yeah.
Because it's grounded, but it also looks like having Penguin in it, and he looks like a penguin.
Yeah.
That looks good. And if you're gonna have, like, I could, in this universe, just from this 2-minute trailer, by the way, if this went to having a Killer Croc in it or a Clayface, I could see it.
Yeah.
But if it also went Joker level and the Riddler, which is the villain, I can see that too.
Oh yeah.
And that's perfectly nailing that.
I can see Clayface in it because to me, it almost looks like the cartoon. And
do you mean the 2005 one?
No, I mean like animated, like original.
What, the 90s one?
I think so. Like where it's like,
with
like
Mr.
really
Freeze with the red goggles and
like
blue face.
I remember there was a film with Clayface in, and he's the actor, but that film,
I didn't watch much of the 90s one. Is that
really
when it went on to Batman Beyond and he had the red?
No, this was the original series, but
right, okay.
I don't know. I had these series of episodes on a videotape, and I just used to rewatch them. But like it reminds me of that. It's like it's a bit gothic, and it's like Tim Burton architecture with just
I think
a Batman
that is
that can fuck shit up.
That's been my favourite Gotham though, the Tim Burton ones.
Yeah.
That the music as well.
Mm-hmm.
Danny Elfman, I think it does it.
Yeah.
But it's on point. And he done the Spider-Man Tobey Maguire ones, and he really captures the sound of the heroes. But yeah, I think that Batman film is going to be great. Just the tone wise, and that I think I like what the DC are doing now with these solo films like Joker and the Batman. And now, if you can make your side like the Suicide Squad, and here's the thing about this is the funny thing. I'm not enjoying Marvel too much at the moment, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
If Batman's good, and Suicide Squad's been good, and
Black Adam's
Joker was good, I might start going that side, start learning some of that, because the films aren't. Like I've already said to you, I'm not really looking forward to much Marvel coming out except from Fantastic Four, and that's not got a release date. And Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But anyone who knows me is Spider-Man. It's more, I love Spider-Man and then Marvel.
Yeah.
Spider-Man's
that character first.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's your favourite hero?
Bloodsport after today.
Get all his comic.
Peacemaker.
Real quick, all time, what is it?
I want to say Batman.
You can say Batman. I just said Spider-Man. You don't have to be different.
No, but I'm just trying to... Like... I do like Thor. And even though I don't like his second movie, I don't know, I just... But it was so weird. Before I rewatched everything like a few months ago, I didn't really think much of Thor at all. But it was kind of rewatching all the films again and seeing them all. I was like, I actually quite like him, and I like his world and stuff.
Infinity War Thor's my favourite.
Yeah, for sure.
holding the star.
Dual wielding,
He's just,
yeah,
he's
that's
just
cool.
insane in it. Yeah, I mean, anything else? Got any more?
Don't think so. Should we tie it up there?
Yeah, it was a pretty long one on one subject.
And that's probably what they will be.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of the time we'll sort of aim for each episode. We won't just keep going for no reason.
Mhm.
I mean, anything else though before we wrap up? You got anything on the film?
No, I really liked it. And looking forward to another one.
Yeah, that's quick. Do you think they're going to make another one then?
I think from the way James Gunn spoke, I think we will. Maybe not for a few years because you've got to make Guardians of the Galaxy 3. But I don't think if they're going to make a new one, they won't make it without him.
Yeah.
And I think he wants to do it. So
yeah. If they're making another one, all down for it. I'd like another Harley Quinn film.
Yeah.
Just going to say, I want to see Jared Leto again.
Yeah.
Give him a proper film. If Ben Affleck's willing to come back, I want to see that universe.
For sure.
Give them all a proper go is what I'm saying.
Yeah, give them their time to shine.
Yeah, if we actually get a tone right for a film and the right director, you can do it. Zack Snyder, don't choose him.
Yeah.
Please just get someone else. Let me be entertained.
Yes, for sure. I think next week we're going to see what The Rock's cooking and maybe do Jungle Cruise.
Yeah,
for
I think,
at least a little bit.
Yeah. Well, we did watch The Mummy, so maybe just a quick little episode, maybe a shorter one. But we watched The Mummy because yesterday we tried to watch Jungle Cruise and the cinema was full, so we had to go home. But we were still in the adventure spirit, so we watched The Mummy. My spoiler alert.
I wanted to watch Lara Croft.
All-time classic favourite adventure.
It was good.
It's a good time. But yeah, I think next week we'll just have a shorter episode of Jungle Cruise. We might even, if we have time, release it sort of midweek, maybe end of the week. But after that, would you like to tell them what we're really getting into?
Yes. Bond, James Bond.
Buy me a bine. Yeah, we're getting just a little heads up what we're going to do, like on a serious, it's probably going to be a month-long sort of thing. We'll break it up a bit because we wanted to review the Avengers because, of course, we're not just doing movies. We'd like to do some games too. And probably with the Avengers, maybe some... Are you planning on buying Ghost of Tsushima's DLC?
Maybe, yes.
Okay, well, if you don't, I can just talk about it.
Yeah.
But anything else that we come up with, we'll try and break it up as well, won't we? Maybe mini-air episodes and that.
Yeah, maybe we'll do like a game one week.
Yeah, we're just still working it out, aren't we? Because we don't really have a schedule. So you, like we already said, you could get 2 a week, 1 a week. Maybe there will be a break for a while. We'll just see how we go. But the James Bond, little quick thing on that. We're planning to watch a Bond film, different director.
Yeah, different actor.
Different Bond.
Different actor up until... So there'll be 5 before Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
And we'll probably be two films an episode.
Yeah.
And then we're going to do probably 2 films an episode for each of the Daniel Craig films leading up to
No Time to Die.
Which
will be a full episode.
Which will be a full episode.
Yeah. Which, because we've actually spoke about 2 films here, probably be sure then as well.
Yeah.
But... yeah, we have a lot of Bond to visit, and this is Cameron's field. I'm pretty new. Well, I watched him as a kid, but this is his all-time favourite stuff.
Yes.
So
we're going to get into it thick and hard.
He will have many questions for me.
Yeah, I will be asking the questions.
Yeah, so we do have a plan. Yeah, we're just going to go for that for a while, and then we'll keep you updated after that.
Nice one. All right. Okay, so I think that's it. Thanks for listening.
So that's it, huh? We're the Patsies. We're some kind of suicide squad. 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 Some